All right, so next one up, first thing up, we're going to read that question first. So that question sentence, it's embedded with some conditional information, so we're going to read around that. So again, that conditional information is anything that starts with the word if. You know, if this many seats are reserved for VIP and this many standing tickets are released, how many spots are available to the public? Okay. So with that said, everybody, with that said, the key phrase here is how many spots are available to the public. All right. Again, how many spots are available to the public? So when we go through things here, it says a theater has 12 rows of 18 seats and adds 24 folding chairs. If 35 seats are reserved for VIP guests and 12 standing tickets are released, how many spots are available to the public? So now that we've kind of gone through, we want to remind ourselves we want to read for the story and then we read again to take the numbers. So when we saw this many rows of 18 seats, everybody, what are we going to do operation wise with these two values? To get the total number of seats, to get that grand total, yeah, we're going to multiply. 12 rows, 18 seats each, multiply to get the total number of seats. So here we are, 12 multiplied by 18. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm just going to write that down. Next up, it says, and adds 24 folding chairs. Okay, sounds good. We are adding that right here towards that final count. Then it says 35 seats are reserved for VIP guests. Everybody, VIP guests aren't exactly in the same league as, us in the general public. So what are we going to do with that 35? Yeah, we're going to subtract because we're not cool enough to be with the VIP. So we will take away that 35 right there. And then lastly, it says, hey, 12 standing tickets are released. What does that imply, everybody? 12 standing tickets are released. That means that we will add that back in to the amount that is available to the public, because tickets that are released means that they are available for purchase. So with that said, we will add the 12 back at the end. Now, this is going to be a very good example of how we can use mental math, which it's not going to be a crazy complicated idea. It's really going to be how can we rearrange the numbers to make the math way easier than it would have been going straight through. Let me show you. Here, 12 multiplied by 18. Let's just go ahead and do that first. So 18 times 12. Some mental math, that's 180 plus 36, so 216. But here we go. 8 times 2, that'll be 16. Then we have 1 times 2, which is 2. And then carry that 1 to give us 3. Then from there, we'll write a 0 for that next place value. And then we have 8 times 1 and 1 times 1. Add all that together, and we have 216. So that's just the first part. There we are. That's 216. Let me move that over there. Right over here, we have 216. And now this is what I want you to pay attention to. The plus 24, the minus 35, and the plus 12. Everybody, take a look. Take a real close look. My party people, what happens if we rearrange this? And let me just duplicate this so you can really see what I'm doing. What happens if I rearrange this and I put the minus 35 down here, the plus 12 right here? What happens, everybody? What does this turn into? What is 24 plus 12 going to be? That's 36. And what is 36 minus 35? That's going to give us a 1. Look at that. Look at that. 24 plus 12, again, that's 36. Minus 35, and that gives us a net of plus 1. So guess what we're going to do with that, everybody? We're going to take that plus 1, and we're going to tack it on to that 216 that we calculated earlier. That's all we have to do. And so with that, 216 plus 1 is 217, which makes our final correct answer. Answer choice A. And there we are. All right, so let's take care of this first problem here. We have A rectangle has a length of 4. Remember, everybody, I'm going to stop myself right there. Do not read the question start to finish. Instead, go ahead and begin with the question sentence. What is its perimeter? All right, everybody. So when we take a look at that here, what is its perimeter? Well, everybody, we know it's a hyperspecific geometry word. So what are we going to ask right after that? What is its perimeter? Perimeter of what? Perimeter of what shape, right? So now that we ask ourselves that question, perimeter of what shape is it that we're dealing with? Perfect. It's a rectangle. Absolutely. So we see it right there. So what we're looking for is the perimeter of a rectangle. Can somebody give me the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle? Oh, you guys are quick today. Let's go. So that's going to be 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. There we go. So with that going on, everybody, all we need to know to solve this question properly, to find the perimeter, is we need to know what the length is, and we need to know what the width is. Thankfully, in this problem, we're given that. So we're good. We see that we have a length of 14 centimeters, width of 6 centimeters. So we'll go ahead and plug those in, and then just calculate. 2 times that length of 14 centimeters plus 2 times that length of 6 meters, or that width of 6 centimeters. So we have all of that going on, and let's finish things up the right way. So here we go. We have 2 times 14, and that's going to end up being 28. We also have 2 times 6 right over here, and that's going to end up being 12. So now that we have 28 plus 12, we'll add those together. My party people, help me out. I'll write this down on the side. 28 plus 12, what's that going to be? 8 plus 2, that's going to be 10. Carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Carry that other 1 is 4. So we have ourselves 40 centimeters squared. Is that correct, everybody? It's almost correct. It is almost correct. Remember, perimeter is a distance. It's not supposed to be squared. 40 centimeters squared? Nope. It's just 40 centimeters. That's our answer, everybody. The perimeter that we're looking for is 40 centimeters, and that's going to be identified as answer choice B. Hey, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm trying to, how do I say this? Some of y'all might call it torture, but I'm calling it mentoring. I'm trying to mentor you now, so that way, when I'm not there to hold your hand, that you at least have my voice echoing every single moment of the day. I'm kidding. That at least you have my voice in there reminding you about what to look out for. So with that, I got y'all. We're going to keep doing these questions, and you're going to see exactly what I mean in about 3, 4, 5 questions. And then you'll be like, oh, that's why he was repeating that so many times. Watch. I got you. So with that, let's go ahead and move it over to the next question. I got your back, everybody. Just give it your best, just like we have been doing. Keep it up, everybody. And remember, I'm going to give you the 2 minutes again, and then we'll review it after that point.